So breaking news, everyone. Let me just read this directly because I do not want to mess this up in any way. Breaking news just announced a federal whistleblower and former Pennsylvania State Police employee filed a criminal complaint allegedly linking Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro with the assassination attempt on President Trump. We have the actual document here, and I have a lot to share with you guys. Make sure you're following me here on YouTube or on X or Rumble, any of the platforms that you are watching this, but especially on X, because I will keep you up to date and I post a lot that I can't get to in a video. But this is from Butler County, which is where Trump had his rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. And we know, if you guys remember last year during the campaign season, this is one of the assassination attempts on President Trump's life at that time. He was just former president running again. But let me read you all of the receipts, and let me see if I can make it bigger, because I know many of you are not online like that, so you don't, have all the information. So it says, I am in receipt of your private criminal complaint, which you filed against Governor Josh Shapiro. This is the reply. I'm going to get to the actual complaint that you have filed against Governor Joshua Shapiro for his alleged involvement in the attempted homicide of former President Donald J. Trump on July 13, 2024 in Butler County, Pennsylvania. Please be advised there are multiple investigations currently being conducted by various government agencies. Due to the pending investigation, I am disapproving your private criminal complaint. So this is important. This is going to lead to today. This was filed in August 22nd, 2024, but the district attorney of Butler County rejected this complaint. Now, I think they expected Trump to lose the election, or they were hoping he would, and this information would never come to light. But this rabbit hole goes deeper. Listen to this. Federal whistleblower filed a criminal complaint. So this is a new criminal complaint that was filed on February 7th of 2025, alleging Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro's involvement in the assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump. It also alleges that Christopher Wray conspired with the Biden administration to hide the reports. The Butler County DA's office is currently investigating these allegations. No arrest or official charges against Shapiro have been confirmed by official sources as of the latest updates. So here is the actual complaint. I was able to get my hands on it. And so you can see here is the private complaint. It names Joshua Shapiro, the governor there, and I believe that is the Capitol building there in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And they even have him marked his race is white, his sex is male. He was born June 20th, 1973. Sorry, this handwriting is a little messy, but there it is. Now, the name of the complainant is Hadassah Feinberg. So the person, it looks like, that has filed this complaint is Hadassah Feinberg. And this is insane. So it gives an address of Butler, Pennsylvania. And then the defendants, Josh Shapiro and Christopher Paris, Michelle Henry, Val Arkosh, Larry Krasner, and Francis Chardo. So these were the other participants. This one does not say Christopher Wray. It says Christopher Paris. I don't know who some of these people are, but I definitely will be investigating this. Now let's look at the other part of this complaint. Let me show you this at the top. It says, so this is the defendant, and now we're going to see the affidavit that goes along with it. All of which were against the peace and dignity of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and contrary to the act of the Assembly or in violation of 25 and 901.902.903. The other part is ineligible. And it says of the 18. This is just the actual statutes that have been violated. And yeah, so there, Hadassah Feinberg signed this. This was filed on February 7th. Now, this is the meat. This is the criminal affidavit. This is the part you're going to want to listen to. I, Hadassah Feinberg, affiant and federal whistleblower, hereby allege that defendant Joshua Shapiro and his personal, individual, and official capacity facilitated, organized, and carried out his plan to assassinate President Donald J. Trump on July 13, 2024. Defendant Shapiro was unsuccessful in completing his mission, but is responsible for organizing and facilitating it, injuring the current president and causing the murder of Corey Compentori. Defendant Shapiro conspired and colluded with Pennsylvania officials, namely the Pennsylvania State Police Commissioner, Christopher Paris. Now we're getting the names. To carry out the attempted assassination of President Donald J. Trump on July 13, 2024. Defendant Shapiro commenced the facilitation and coordination of the attempted assassination by utilizing Pennsylvania State Trooper Commissioner Christopher Paris to conceal the crimes. I'm going to move that up. Defendant Christopher Paris made false and inconsistent statements under oath to the Senate Judiciary Committee around August 2024. He falsified statements to thwart and impede the criminal investigation and obscure the discovery of facts leading to the attempted assassination in Butler, Pennsylvania. Defendants Josh Shapiro and Christopher Paris's actions were willful and not a security failure. As defendant, Paris testified under oath to the Senate Judiciary Committee. On July 13, 2024, President Donald J. Trump was shot from the Pennsylvania State Police perimeter at the Butler, Pennsylvania rally. This was not within the perimeter assigned to the United States Secret Service, and all statements relating to the Secret Service's failures are false. In his sworn testimony, defendant Paris fabricated, distorted, and willfully blamed the United States Secret Service for security failures and in efforts to divert the criminal investigation and conceal the crimes. Both defendants, Christopher Paris and Josh Shapiro, are named on a RICO lawsuit at the Pennsylvania Commonwealth Court for their ongoing crimes of public corruption and fraud in the state of Pennsylvania against thousands of whistleblowers, witnesses, and victims. See Hadassah Feinberg versus Scott A. Evans. Wow, this is insanity. On February 5th, 2025, at least 5 federal provided witness testimony to the state and federal crimes committed by defendant Shapiro, spanning, get you to the next part, spanning over 10 years, including Gregory Stenstrom, Leah Hoops, and Sean Connolly. In the days leading up to the attempted assassination, Alex Soros made credible threats to assassinate President Donald J. Trump. Alex Soros is Soros' son. Like, this is, I'm sorry, my head is spinning right now. This is George Soros' son. He has never faced any criminal investigating despite his valid threats. Defendant Josh Shapiro, a close confidant of Soros and recipient of large campaign donations, carried out the premeditated plan to thwart President Trump from being elected. Defendant Shapiro was actively engaged in laundering funds with Ukraine. The verified election of President Donald J. Trump would not only expose Shapiro's federal laundering, but expose multiple officials from the Democrat Party who were laundering millions of taxpayer dollars. Guys, we have seen that already. I am waiting to put together a full list and several videos just to go over every single detail, every single dollar and where it went in terms of U.S. aid, because the information's all over the place and we haven't had like one big thing to talk about all of the details. Defendant Josh Shapiro invited President Zelensky to meet with him in person in 2024, where he physically signed bombs in an unprecedented photo op with the Ukrainian president. In the weeks leading up to the Trump rally, President Joseph R. Biden made frequent visits to defendant Joshua Shapiro to discuss the obstacle faced by the Democrat Party. Joshua Shapiro organized, schemed, and conspired with other officials to carry out the attempted assassination attempt against former President Donald J. Trump. Defendant Joshua Shapiro and Pennsylvania State Police Commissioner Christopher Paris are guilty and liable of willful misconduct, and their plans to facilitate and organize the attempted assassination must be investigated and charged. Defendant Shapiro is guilty of committing thousands of crimes, including, but not limited to, threatening, intimidating, and stalking federal whistleblowers, including the affiant and her children, obstructing and tampering with the murder investigation of Ellen Greenberg, actively obstructing and facilitating election interference in Delaware County, Pennsylvania in 2020, and obstructing justice and threatening Matthew and Carolyn Peterson, obstructing the murder investigation of 9-year-old Jared Tutko, obstructing the murder investigation of 19-month-old Iris Mummert. What is happening? Obstructing the criminal investigation of sexual abuse against JG through Michelle Henry. I think they're leaving out the names. It's just initials, usually when someone is a victim of that type of crime. Through Michelle Henry, and obstructing the criminal investigation of child endangerment relating to EGS. These are initials of different people, ERS and ENS, and obstructing. Oh my gosh, I got to get the rest of this. For some reason, I only have 2 pages. Now, I will hunt down any additional pages. I'm trying to find it now, but I want to get this information out. So Josh Shapiro has not been charged yet, but it is now a criminal investigation underway. And there he is with Alex Soros. That is, again, George Soros' son. He is the puppet master, we know this, of the Democrat Party. Say what you will, they're all complaining about Elon Musk, but we know billionaires like him have had their hands and have, pulled the strings of the Democrat Party for decades. So I do have more. This is going out in different places, but this is coming from Pennsylvania arrest warrants. It says it's hard to believe that there may be a bigger story today than the final score of the Super Bowl. President Donald Trump learned today a federal whistleblower and former Pennsylvania State Police employee has come forward with information and filed a criminal complaint this week on February 7, 2025, allegedly linking Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro with the assassination attempt in Butler, Pennsylvania. And then they are citing some of the allegations from the criminal complaint, which I just read to you, so I won't go over that part again. It's just those details we just saw. But let's go to the next page. 1 second. This says on July 15, 2024 through July 23, 2024, this affiant communicated with Secret Service agent John T. Donahue and provided numerous documentations related to the crimes committed by Governor Josh Shapiro and the Philadelphia FBI's involvement in covering up the crimes of defendant Josh Shapiro. Agent John T. Donahue sent the complaint to headquarters, but the Biden administration blocked it. Wow, guys, we're in a new era. On March 9th, 2024, Supervisory Special Agent Kenneth Keller advised this affiant through email that he contact the FBI Philadelphia personnel, FBI Victim Services, and management at the Washington Field Office, and that they advised him to direct the affiant to the Philadelphia FBI. Agent Kenneth Keller informed this affiant that the crimes being reported are not occurring in his jurisdiction and that he has no jurisdiction to assist Pennsylvania victims. He advised the affiant to contact the Department of Justice. This affiant contacted the Department of Justice and Federal Bureau of Investigation. Up until recently, ex-FBI Director Christopher Wray was conspiring with the Biden administration and concealing the reports. So I am, this is crazy. And then it says, now that he has resigned, this private criminal complaint must be investigated. Now, this says March 9th, 2024. And I'm thinking, let me go back. Are they saying they knew of this assassination planning back in March? Because then it all happened during the summer. This is, I've got to get more details. Now, it looks like I just found a video of Hadassah Feinberg, the person making this complaint. The video is over 7 minutes long, and this video has been, this video is reaching almost 20 minutes. So I'm going to cut this off here. I'm going to grab more details, and immediately after this video, I will be posting and reacting to Hadassah here and all of the other evidence that I can gather. Guys, make sure you are subscribed to my channel here on YouTube, as well as follow me on X and all of my socials. If you want to support this channel and the work that I'm doing here, my Cash App is below, but you can also go to realmelanieking.com to get some merch. So I put this merch out last year, but I wanted to show it up again. I have it in cups, mugs. I have it in t-shirt, hoodies, and everything else, but it is a redacted government document that says everything is fine, trust the government. And then I also have some of my Trump merch. I have a lot of things over there that you might want to take a look at. But my head is spinning, guys. So I'm a little bit off. Hopefully you get what I'm trying to do here. Let me get more into this, and I will see you guys very shortly on the next video. The links to my merch shop and everything else will be below in the description box.